We often believe we are loving our dogs correctly because we provide for them in human ways. We buy the memory foam beds, the expensive grain-free kibble, and the colorful rubber toys, assuming our affection translates seamlessly across the species divide. But the psychologically uncomfortable truth is that the way humans show affection can sometimes confuse, or even isolate, the animals we care for most. Your dog doesn't experience love through luxuries. They live in a world of silent frequencies, ancient evolutionary drives, and acute chemical shifts. They have been communicating their deepest needs to you all along, not through barks or demands, but through tiny, everyday behaviors that most owners overlook entirely. To understand what your dog actually loves, we have to look past our own human definitions of comfort and step directly into theirs. One, the unhurried discovery. Think about your daily walk. You are likely moving with a purpose, checking your watch, pulling gently on the leash to get from point A to point B. To you, it's exercise. But to your dog, a walk is an intense, dopamine-driven information-gathering session. When they freeze at the base of a tree, inhaling deeply, they aren't being stubborn. They are reading the chemical history of their environment. Forcing them to hurry doesn't just cut their walk short. It deprives their brain of the mental stimulation it craves. Love the freedom to simply observe the world through their nose. Passive presence. Sometimes you're sitting on the sofa working, and your dog comes into the room. They don't ask for scratches, don't bring you a toy. They simply lie down 3 feet away, turn their back to you, and let out a long, deflating sigh. Humans often interpret this as boredom or rejection. It is the exact opposite. In canine psychology, this is known as passive presence. They don't need constant interaction to feel secure. They love the simple safety of knowing their pack leader is within defensive range. 3. Nervous system synchronization. You're standing at the kitchen counter, and you feel a heavy, warm weight press firmly against the back of your calf. It's a physical lean. When a dog leans their body weight into you, it isn't an accident, nor is it a demand for food. It is a sophisticated biological mechanism for nervous system regulation. By anchoring their body to yours, they are matching their respiratory rate to your heart rate. They are using your physical stability to lower their own baseline anxiety. 4. The olfactory anchor. You come home from a long day to find a single, dirty sock dragged onto your dog's bed. It isn't chewed up, it's just lying there, cradled beneath their chin. Most owners view this as mischief, but cognitively, your discarded clothing is a profound emotional security blanket. Your scent triggers an immediate release of serotonin in their brain. When you are gone, wrapping themselves in your scent profile is the only way they know how to self-soothe. It is a literal anchor in an overwhelming, lonely world. They wait. 5. The soft, vulnerable gaze. In the wild, prolonged eye contact is an explicit threat. It precedes a fight. Yet, your dog will look up at you from across the room with soft, half-lidded eyes. Through thousands of years of shared evolution, dogs have completely rewired their primal biology to match ours. When they hold your gaze without tension, both of your brains experience a massive surge of oxytocin, the exact hormone that bonds a human mother to her infant. Love looking at you because it makes their brain feel physically safe. 6. Environmental predictability. Humans thrive on spontaneity, but your dog is an evolutionary captive to routine. They love knowing exactly when the sun will hit the kitchen floor, when the food bowl will rattle, and when the lights will turn off. Predictability directly lowers their baseline cortisol, the stress hormone. Maintaining a rigid daily rhythm, you are giving them an invisible sanctuary of psychological peace. 7. Somatic self-regulation. We buy chew toys to protect our furniture, but the act of chewing serves a far deeper neurological purpose. The repetitive, rhythmic gnawing on a safe object stimulates the vagus nerve, releasing endorphins that actively quiet the canine amygdala. When your dog encounters a stressful event like a thunderstorm or a tense energy in the house, they don't need a lecture. They love a quiet corner and an object to chew, allowing their body to process the stress somatically. Auditory safety cues. Your dog doesn't understand the semantic meaning of your worries, but they are master interpreters of your vocal frequency. They love when you speak to them in a calm, melodic, low-register tone. High-pitched, frantic venting, or loud, sudden exclamations activate their survival instincts. Your voice is the soundtrack to their entire life. They love it most when it promises stability. 9. Kinetic empathy. We live our lives vertically, looking down at them. But when you get down on the hardwood floor, meeting them at eye level, something changes. When you mirror their play pose, or lie flat on your back beside them, you light up their mirror neurons. They love when you temporarily abandon the serious, tall world of adulthood and join them in their physical, horizontal reality. 10. Pressure touch. There is a massive difference between a fast, erratic scratch on the head and a slow, heavy-handed stroke down their chest and shoulders. Fast movements excite their sympathetic nervous system, keeping them on high alert. But deep, steady pressure activates their parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest response. They love being handled with intention, feeling your hands slowly calm their muscles. 11. The reconnection ritual. Even if you've only been gone for 5 minutes to grab the mail, your return is treated like a historic event. They love the greeting ritual. Turning away from them or ignoring their excitement to teach them a lesson cause profound confusion. Acknowledging their relief at your return establishes the social bond and flushes out the cortisol built up while you were gone. 12. Cognitive neurological exploration. A dog loves their neighborhood, but their brain craves neuroplasticity. Taking them to a completely unfamiliar trail or an untamed forest forces their mind to construct entirely new cognitive maps, keeps their brain young. To a dog, a new environment isn't just a change of scenery, it's an epic narrative unfolding in real time. 13. Emotional contagion. Your dog is an emotional sponge. Through a phenomenon known as emotional contagion, they physically absorb the micro-stressors you carry home. If your shoulders are tight and your mind is racing, their heart rate rises. What they love most from you isn't a treat. It's your inner stillness. When you sit down, take a deep breath, and let your body truly relax, you are quietly giving them permission to do the same. 14. Absolute defenselessness. When a dog sleeps on their back, limbs splayed in the air, exposing their soft belly to the open room, they are exhibiting the ultimate form of canine trust. In the wild, this position is a death sentence. Sleeping this way means they have completely surrendered their primal instincts of self-preservation. They love you enough to be entirely defenseless in your presence. 15. The silent witness. And finally, they love your presence during their decline. As a dog ages, their world shrinks. Their limbs grow heavy, the white hair creeps around their muzzle, those nails click a little slower across the floor. They can no longer chase the ball, and the long trails become too exhausting. In these quiet years, what they love most is your patience with their vulnerability. They love that you still sit with them on the floor when they can no longer climb onto the couch. They love that you don't look at them with pity, with gratitude. They don't fear the passing of time the way we do. They only know the present moment. If that moment contains your hand resting gently on their silver fur, they have everything they ever wanted. To the world, a dog is just a fraction of a human life. But to them, you are the entire story. From their first breath in your home to their very last, they don't need you to be perfect. They just need you to listen to the silent ways they love you back.